All right, everybody, it is that time. I'm back. I got all of my equipment working just right. I got my overlays done. I got everything I need in order to have a good, successful, professional looking Twitch stream. And I'm going to go hard the minute I go live. So, we're going to play some Friday the 13th, one of my favorite games. And it's been a minute since I've done a test video, and this, so far as I can tell, should be my last offline test video. I'm gonna do. Uh, I will have another test video that I'm gonna record as part of a bit stream test on Twitch, just to make sure that all of what I'm seeing in my offline testing is going to be consistent with what y'all are going to see on my channel on Twitch when you tune in to watch me play Friday on Fridays. So it's searching for a match for us right now, taking a little longer than it usually does, and that may be a good thing. May mean that there's plenty of folks online. Trouble is with this game, that usually means there's plenty of scum online. So, uh, I'm super excited because I was able to work through an issue that essentially kept my inaugural broadcast Friday before last from occurring. And I felt so bad. I had a whole bunch of friends and family. I mean, folks that aren't even gamers planning on tuning in to watch my shit. And I promise you, nobody was more heartbroken that night than me. But I got it figured out. Praise the Lord. Here I am, looking at y'all. Y'all looking at me, ready to look at Jason. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it big. And I'm already tired of waiting. I know you are too. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Load us into a match. So I'll even play on a bullshit map if I need to, just for the purpose of having something to stream. So uh, just wanted to get a good test of my setup now that it's all going on. So all right, so got a couple of folks in here. Oh, I got part 8 Jason from Jason Takes Manhattan in my queue. So, yeah, it's been probably close to 2 weeks since I've even played this game. I mean, I think I played it for a little while I was pouting after things didn't go the way I'd hoped they would on Friday before last. And then I jumped off into some StarCraft. I just bought the remastered version that came out in 2017. And man, look at this fucking shit, dude. See, that's what I can't stand. If it's gonna be randomly chosen small map, fuck whatever. But I mean, then you go into some shit here where the host intentionally picks a bullshit map. Oh, and I'm blocking this person here. The way I see it, it's unfortunate, but there's so many stolen Hellspawn Jasons out there, and the only way you should have been able to get one was if you pre-ordered them on the backer kit before the game even came out. But thanks to game sharing and a leak on Xbox Live for I think it was only like 12 minutes, but just oodles of people were standing there. Yes, please. I'll take a free Hellspawn Jason that I didn't have to pay for, even though those of us that got him legit had to pay $10 for him. I don't mind paying the $10, but I don't want to have to play with people that stole it, and this fool's ghosting anyhow. So yeah, you're really offline. That's why you're sitting here in a lobby in Friday the 13th. Okay. Anyway, so hopefully I'm Jason because I wouldn't even want to try to play as a counselor on a small map. So, anyway, hopefully everybody's having a good night tonight. And I sure do appreciate your tuning in to my brand new channel on Twitch. I'm really excited. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And shout out to Laughing Hyena, who is kind of like my hero of sorts as a streamer because he's who gave me the idea, really, knowing that my wife and I could make whole evenings worth of entertainment. Like, that's what we did that night. We didn't watch TV or watch a movie. We'd watch Laughing stream Friday the 13th beta in December 2016 before the game came out. So, anyway, fingers crossed that it's me. And it's not. I can already tell. Fuck. Alright, whatever. So, I'm already expecting it to be a bullshit game because, well, it's bullshit map. So, oh, but it's Tiffany, so.
Did anyone else get away?
And that may make it even worse because she's so dumb and can't fix anything herself. She's going to have to rely on the other counselors to help get things running, and I don't know. There's not a whole lot of actual teamwork that goes on in public matches. It's kind of every man for himself. I mean, it shouldn't be that way, but that's kind of what it's turned into. And I don't like spawning this close to Packanack Lodge anyway. That's just seems to me like a recipe for disaster because it's one of the first places Jason goes to first looking to kill folks. And nothing useful in here. Let's bail out. Let's go get a map. Alright, having a map is super useful because in one of the updates they did about a year and a half ago, they made it to where if somebody drops an item, like a useful item like keys to the car, or gasoline for the car or boat, or a battery for the car, or the propeller for the boat, or something that you need to escape, the phone fuse, then it shows up on the map. If it's being discovered by somebody from the place where it spawns on the map when the game first starts, and somebody picks it up and later drops it because they got murdered while they happen to be carrying it, or they just dropped it to, you know, because they wanted an axe to carry around instead of the gasoline for the car when it's on the other side of the map, and they don't trust their chances of being able to get all the way over there to the car with the gasoline, then it'll show up on the map now, so anybody that has a map can open their map screen and have a look, and they'll see it somewhere on the map and know where to go to fetch it, because that may be the only piece left that they need to get the car or the boat going so they can escape. Or maybe that it's the phone fuse and they know where the phone house is, so they can, let's take the axe. It has a better stun value than the machete, and she's really physically weak too, so her chances of stunning him with anything but like a baseball bat is very slim. And she's not going to do even a whole lot of damage with a weapon as powerful as the axe. It's probably just going to piss him off and get her killed. She's a good sneaking around character, hiding, and otherwise letting other characters do the work, so then she can just show up and, hey, can I ride in the car with you? Yeah, even though I didn't do shit to get it going. Exactly. So, but I mean, when it randomly picks her for you like it did for me, that's what you got to work with, so we're going to work with it. Okay. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Somebody's out there getting fucked on right now. Okay. Nothing here. A lot of times at campsites, useful items like first aid spray or pocket knives will appear, so, because those are things you would normally find lying around the campsite, right? So that makes sense. Alright. I don't know if any of these houses have been searched. Oh, look like somebody's already in here. Who is this is in here? Oh, you know what? We're gonna wrench it, because the wrench has a higher stun value than the axe. Hey, here you go. Alright, somebody picked the battery up and then dropped it. I can tell that battery's been picked up. And you see it right there on the map, right in front of my cursor, so that's good. And the other car already has a battery sitting in front of it, so Tiffany's going to be a good Samaritan. She's going to take this battery to the car. The other car, the one that doesn't already have a battery sitting in front of it. So, and whoever that was just ran back toward the house I left. That's a shame. Because, I mean, if it was a smart character, I would have liked him or her to know that I have the battery so they can come and put it in for me. Alright, so this is the two-seater car. The yellow car, which is based on Vicky's Pontiac T1000 in Friday the 13th Part 2, is they basically copied and pasted that car into this game, and that's it. They have a blue one just like it that can hold 4 counselors. This, even though it has 4 doors, they're saying that because the back seat has all kinds of junk in it that nobody's willing to throw out into the road just for the sake of making a couple extra seats for some asses that want to get out alive. No. So the yellow car is the 2-seater car, and the 4-seater car is the blue one. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's always creepy when you're running around like, oh God, I hope he doesn't see me or find me or whatever while I'm trying to do whatever I can to try to escape, and you're hearing somebody else's blood-curdling screams from across the map because they're getting murdered. Alright. I'm gonna go back for my wrench, but I'm gonna set this bear trap first. Bear traps are great because they deal a lot of damage to Jason, which, when you do enough damage to him, it knocks his mask off, and then it gives you the chance to kill him. Which, like I explained before, is its own really complicated procedure, but it can be done. I've had it done to me once or twice in the 2 years I've been playing this. Okay, there's her wrench. Now, when you set a bear trap, you want to make sure both doors to the house are locked because, I mean, if he can just go around to the back door and walk right in, then your bear trap is a big fat waste of time. And also, you don't want to be a dick and place a bear trap in front of a door that's not locked so somebody comes trotting up. Okay, here's a house. Let me go in and search it. Open the door. And they just stepped in a trap that you set because, yes, that can hurt other counselors just as much as it hurts Jason. Actually, worse because Jason's a badass. And, I mean, while there are some badass characters in this game that you can play, none of them are as badass as Jason and can just shrug off a bear trap and keep chasing folks. So, if you step in a bear trap, you are instantly injured unless you have like a thick skin perk, which allows you to take extra damage beyond what you normally could. And once you're injured, you need one of these handy dandy first aid sprays like she just found right now. Now she has 2. So, worst case, if she has to step in a trap because he's placed one in front of a critical objective, then there you go. But, yeah, see, I remember the good old days when folks used to lock doors when they'd come into a cabin. Okay. Now, in this case, I'm not going to be too mad because I personally, once I finished searching a house from top to bottom, opened all the drawers, looked around, there's nothing to be had, and I'm done, then I will have my character open the door and walk out like a normal person instead of climbing through the window. Now, if I got a bear trap set at one of the doors, I'm keeping the doors locked, and then I'm going to climb out through a window. I mean, there's nothing wrong with climbing out through a window rather than going through the door. Because I know folks that I play with that are like, dude, once you lock a door, that motherfucker's staying locked. Oh, damn, I heard somebody else just get killed. Because once a door is locked, he can't open it. He has to bust it down, which takes anywhere from 3 to 6 hits from his weapon. So, they just figured the conventional wisdom is once you lock a door, leave it locked because you can, I'll see what I'm talking about, found a pocket knife at this campsite. Awesome. Alright. And then essentially windows are the new doors if you're a counselor. You go in, lock the doors, and then climb in and out through the windows. Now, when Jason busts a window and you climb through a busted window, now you're going to get hurt. Oh, who's that? It's Deborah, and she's smart. Oh, there's the fuse. Deborah, please tell me you're fixing to pick up the fuse. Oh, shit. Here he comes. Deborah, fuse. Yes or no? Oh, shit. Oh, that was dumb. She didn't pick it up. Oh, we're fucked. Tommy Jarvis, help! Okay. Good job, Tommy. Now. Oh my god, we gotta go, we gotta go. Okay, first aid spray's good. Okay, he's still over there chasing Deborah. You know what? Nothing has been done. Cops haven't been called. Cars aren't running. You know what? It's just about time for Tiffany to go find a tent and hide for the rest of the match using her epic heavy sleeper perk, which gives her a 25% chance to avoid Jason's sense, even though he's in rage mode and has a stronger sense now and can literally see folks from damn near across the map. This is a small map, but he's a weak sense Jason. Part 3 Jason has a weak sense ability. So, there is an even greater likelihood that her perk will help keep her hidden, because ordinarily there's no hiding from Jason when he's in rage mode. If you're hiding under a bed or in a closet, that house still shows up as somebody's in it in his sense mode. Now, when you have good perks that help you avoid his sense ability, like she has with this heavy sleeper perk, then, oh no, I just heard Tommy Jarvis get killed. And it sounds like this is the kind of Jason that's just hacking everybody to death, which is bullshit. Okay, you got to get one hack kill for your badges, whatever. Or you got 3 counselors trying to tag team you and whoop your ass and have a Jason whooping party. Okay, fine. Hack a couple of them up and they'll quit that shit. But really, the best kills are when Jason grabs somebody and then you press one of the buttons once you've grabbed them to do one of your dedicated kills for that Jason that you have. And then they do a really, really cool kill. Or sometimes a cheap ass kill if that's what you've got assigned to your 4 main buttons that do Jason's kills. So, let's have a look. Just curious. No, he's hacked a couple of people and then he's done a couple of grab kills. So, that's good. Oh, damn. She's the last one. I am all that's left. So, now I just gotta sit here and hide and hope he doesn't find her. Which, that's a good strategy. It's boring, I guess, if you're one of these dead people here in the lobby that's watching. And what happens with bored people who are watching in the lobby? They get jealous because you're alive and they're dead. And they don't like your boring strategy of hiding until the 20 minutes is up, because that's the only thing that she can do at this point. So, a lot of times, these people will send a message to whoever is playing Jason and tell them, oh, she's hiding in a tent. Because when you're spectating after you've been killed, you can watch whoever is left continue to play until they get killed. And since I'm the only one left, what you see on my screen is the only thing anybody else can see on their screen. So if the first person that gets bored with looking out the flaps of this tent is going to send Jason a message. Maybe they're going to be cool and they won't do that. So maybe she can actually run the 20 on him. We're fixing to find out. But if she doesn't, fuck it. We gave it our best go. And I'll have a pretty good sample for my stream video. So, I mean, really, we can just reduce that image there to the corner so we can have a better look at my face for the time being. So here she is, hiding, big fucking deal. And here's me drinking a Corona, waiting to see whether or not she gets found. Got my big old Texas size 24-ounce Corona, which which is just what you need for when you're hanging around at a campsite, hiding in a tent, trying to be patient. Oh, he just stepped in one of my traps, so he's actively looking for her right now, but hadn't found her yet. So I just got 50 points for having set a trap and having him stepped in it, so that's cool. Oh shit, here he comes. Oh, I heard the scary music for a second, so he was close. But if he knew where she was, he'd have come straight over to this tent and killed her. I think it's working. I think it's working. Once again, my name's Kano, aka Dirty Still here, and if you're just tuning in, playing some Friday the 13th, Tiffany is the only survivor at the moment. Everybody else has been killed, and so I am relying on her epic heavy sleeper perk to hide in this tent and hope she goes unnoticed until the 20 minutes are up. So I apologize if you're just tuning in at one of the more boring moments that we've had during this match, which hasn't been a super eventful match, but did y'all notice one critical thing? Until I ran down to Packanack Lodge, where there was other folks running around trying to fetch the fuse and whatever, she never even saw Jason the whole time because he never knew she was there because she's so quiet. She's a 10 out of 10 on stealth factor, so it means she makes almost no noise for him to hear and try to find her by, which is really good. And a lot of folks love their stealth characters on this. Tiffany's a good stealth character. AJ, the gothic girl, she's a good stealth character. Deborah, the bookish girl, she's a good stealth character. I think Victoria, who is Melissa from Friday the 13th, Part 7, I think she's a pretty good stealth character. So that's awesome. If somebody had sold me out, he'd already come over here and murdered her. So there is every possibility that I'm going to run the 20 because this is awesome. That's one of the things I not only like about having a character with good stealth for when you are running around and trying to fix things and do, or in her capacity, help others fix things, I guess, by bringing a battery to the car like I did earlier, but is having these really cool perks to avoid his scents. Now, if it was part 2 Jason or part 7 Jason with a really good sense ability, would she have stayed unnoticed? Probably, yes, because I've done it, but your likelihood is less for however good Jason's sensibility is. In this case, she got lucky that it's part 3 Jason and he has a weak sensibility. So it may also be a new player because a lot of new players, because part 3 Jason is automatically unlocked for everybody that first gets the game. He's essentially your first Jason. And then when they came out with Roy Burns from Friday the 13th part 5, he's also an automatically free unlocked character. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Ooh, now it plays nerve-wracking 2 minutes left music that still scares me every time. So, but a lot of new players play with Part 3 Jason, and I love Part 3. It's my favorite movie in the whole series, and I love that Jason. He's got some good little beginner abilities, but then he's got some glaring weaknesses that make him kind of one of the more challenging players to play, and more experienced players don't tend to play with him once they get, far enough along that they've unlocked other Jasons that have better abilities, and so it's basically a perk. The more time you invest in the game and get more experience levels, then you get to unlock Jasons that have better abilities. Still love Part 3 Jason, but what a lot of new players do is rely on his weapon strength ability, which he can hack somebody to death in like 2 or 3 hits, unless they have some sort of a thick skin perk, like I mentioned earlier, that allows you to take more damage. And that's boring. I mean, you're never going to get any better if you don't try to chase people around and grab them. And yeah, I get it. Maybe they have a pocket knife and then they get to automatically get away and you got to chase them down all over again. The fun of playing Jason is the chase. The success of playing Jason isn't to go 8 out of 8. It's not Call of Duty. It's to be scary, to provide good chase moments, to use your stalk ability well, and jump out from behind a corner and sucker fuck somebody. And that's it. She ran the 20 with hiding in a tent once Tommy Jarvis and Deborah were dead. Poor dumb Tiffany had nothing left to do, and it worked. And now she is the unlikely final girl who survived from Jason. Well, considering I had to play on a bullshit map, I'm glad that it turned out well, and I hope everyone enjoyed this video. And I'm not sure. Oh, I bet that's the guy that was playing Jason. Oh, I'm probably getting some Dead by Daylight style hate mail. But anyway, I'll check on that later. And yeah, that's who it was. I'm curious. Okay. What's your message, dude? I'm gonna let him in. I'm gonna let him in on my secret. She had an epic heavy sleeper perk. And I'll be nice too. I'm not gloating. No. Tell him good game. Oh, I forgot the E on game. Okay, so I sound like an idiot. Or appear to be an idiot with how I spell fucking text messages. Anyway. So, thanks for watching. That's awesome. Thanks for watching, honestly. Thanks for tuning in and helping my fledgling Twitch channel be a success. And see y'all next time.